This is new for you.
Yeah.
I've read it before. So what do you see that is curious to you?
Well, the first thing that is absolutely a non-curiosity, I love the instrumentality of wine here, that it's you're using it to elevate, which is fantastic. I think for me, which is fascinating, is this vitality and illumination that from which all the commandments receive their vitality and illumination. That's a fascinating
Yeah,
piece of this.
that I think is an important point here. Obviously, so um, let's imagine that the way that we practice the mitzvot from the Torah that we have, right? The mitzvot that we have are derived from the Torah that we have currently.
Mhm.
But in certain Kabbalistic frames, certainly Hasidic traditions are drawing from the earlier Kabbalistic traditions, that there is something called a supernal Torah,
Mm.
that there is something beyond human history, human consciousness, that it only exists alongside or with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, but it is connected to but different than our Torah and our mitzvot. They are connected, but one serves some eternal, supernal purpose. And
Mhm.
the one that we have is conditioned by the fact that it was given to a particular people and a particular time
Mm.
in history. And that's very close to, I think, you told me that that I don't think that you call yourself a Maimonidean, but your orientation is
It's fairly
Maimonidean. Is that
rational. I would say fairly rationalistic.
so? Then even just in Moreh Nevuchim, right? I think that is how the Rambam opens his
Mhm.
Hakdama. That I could be wrong; it's been a long time, but the idea that the Torah that we have is historically conditioned. If it was given to us in
Mhm.
2023, it would look very different than it would whatever the year is that you would
Mhm.
put on Har Sinai.
It's
So
it's like a contextualized version of that supernal Torah you were sharing.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So here too, there is the idea that by drinking wine, we ascend from our historicized contextual position and in some ways elevate beyond that to something that is far more open, aware, and conscious than
Mhm.
where we could be in this particular moment.
Okay. And so that's also the other question I was going to ask, which is this whole this the root of all awareness, which is the source of the Torah and commandments that transcend, blah, 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 and then ultimately the everything receiving the vitality and illumination. But I guess you're packaging all that together, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
in the ways in yes, those things are
Okay.
connected, and the only reason that our Torah and mitzvot have chiyut, again, I can't I tra-
Liveliness.
yes, yeah, chiyut, liveliness, vitality, and
Mhm.
illumination, ha'ara, probably somewhere in here. Um, they they draw down that supernal light and liveliness,
Mhm.
and are suffused with it, but are different in order of magnitude
Mhm.
by who can say.
Mhm.
Therefore, on Passover, on Pesach, when the light of truth itself is revealed, which transcends all levels of the mind, there is an obligation to drink the 4 cups of wine. So interesting then, the at least in this text and in only this statement, the mitzvah of the Arba Kosot is for the purpose of transcending dot, from actually going through our consciousness and beyond it, to whatever lies beyond it.